Bay coming out of this 2-minute warning now. Again, the Packers with one timeout. That's it. Cleveland comes out throwing. Hayden gets away. Hayden inside the 40. That's a foot race. Hayden looks over both shoulders, and that will put it away. He broke away from Mark Roman, and the Browns go 62 yards.
I guess, we'll go back to the beginning. Mike Sherman says this Cleveland offense, they're hard to get a handle on. And in situations...
And went 80 yards and then 62 yards to Hayden. That's Fisher, and he darts, he's in. But only 4 seconds.
Steelers do not even bother to call their last timeout.
I thought if they're going to take the last one, they take another one to maybe have a chance to try to do something if he makes this. Vinatieri with the kick from 43 yards, and he does it again with 1 second.
Unbelievable.
How about the fourth quarter for Tom Brady? 12 for 12, 168 yards.
Yeah, give him a lot of credit. He threw it extremely well. The offensive line, everything, Jim.
He's got a great quarterback out there in Brian Dawkins. That's picked off. That's exactly what the Eagles needed. Sheldon Brown will walk in for the touchdown. And Sheldon was waiting for that pass from Trent Green. The Eagles have life here with 4:41 left in the first half. Play action. McNabb gets out of trouble and flips for the touchdown to Smith. And McNabb showing great feet, good agility, bad groin at all to avoid trouble. This may be the best run organization in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, from the front office to the head coach.
Seattle, you're the visiting team. What's the coin called?
Like tails. Tails.
Tails was called. Heads it is. Washington has won the toss. Want the ball?
I mean, that's a rule now that the officials, the head coach can't call that timeout.
39 yards. We'll go back.
It's good. The Redskins go to 3-0.
Is the heart of the middle of that defense.
And they got a touchdown, went for 2 and didn't get it. That's 6. The other way's 5 field goals. Down to the goal line. Touchdown. It's Anquan Bolton. McCown on a post through a strike. Well, Josh McCown certainly making a statement.
It's shaping up to really be something. And again, I couldn't see Dallas putting it to Philadelphia like that.
Smith fumbles, recovered by Larry Triplett of the Colts.
And again, that is ball security is always #1 priority for a quarterback.
Alternating a lot of personnel, 2 tight ends, and Greg Jones is in as the running back.
Leftwich, a little floater out in the flat. Catch by Reister, the tight end. Hurdles a man and goes in for the touchdown. George Reister with his first touchdown catch of the year and only his 3rd grab overall.
You know what this is, Joe? This is looking at Jimmy Smith and worried about Jimmy Smith getting behind.
No, Paul's right.
You guys are old school.
Paul, you bet. Palmer under pressure for the end zone.
Johnson, what a catch.
What a throw.
Got the feet down. That'll be a touchdown. At least he's not doing the river dance.
He's just pumping up the ball. That's all. That one does not go into the creative top 10. But you know what? It's still a touchdown.
And he's been that way his entire career.
Leftwich rifles this one to Wilford. Wilford using that strength gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's what happens when you have size at the wide receiver position. Wilford's almost 220 pounds. He's 6'4".
Basketball play, you just go set a screen for somebody.
Palmer with good protection. Henry, touchdown.
Well, he zeroed in on Chris Henry right from the snap. That's exactly where he was going to go. They wanted the Jaguars in double coverage. They got it, and they're fighting for home field. They know how important it is to try and gain home field in the playoffs.
This was the best start the Bengals had had since 1988.
Tails. What's your call, Jacksonville? His call is tails. Let's go heads. Let's go heads. It is heads. Pittsburgh won the toss. You want the ball?
Well, the Steelers will get it first in this 17-17 tie.
And then they went away from it.
5 wides. Maddox.
Intercepted. It's Rasheed Mathis to win it for Jacksonville.
It's amazing how quiet it gets in here when the Chiefs are on offense. Off the fake, end around. The screen to Priest Holmes. Into Redskins territory. Holmes still on his feet. Inside the 30, the 20. Tiptoeing down the sideline.
What an effort.
He's in. Touchdown.
What an effort.
60 yards. Wow.
This is a superior individual effort. And some help down the field from his buddies, but
Tomlinson, 4 touchdowns. This one the easiest of the lot.
What a beautiful piece of play calling and blocking on the left side.
Kanan will try and send this game into overtime. Right to the right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road have pulled into a first-place tie in the NFC South with the Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers defeat the Falcons by the score of 30. Second and goal, and it's Edgerrin James, and he is in. Touchdown. 15th play of the drive.
Heads is the call. Heads is the call. It is tails. Houston has won the toss and will receive.
130 receiving yards in the process. Kevin Curtis. Another Ram first down and more. And the St. Louis Rams have come all the way back to win the ball game. No flags on the play.
How about that? Just a quick screen to Kevin Curtis, their fastest wide receiver now, and he just gashes them and takes it all the way to the end zone for the win.
Who has 3 catches for 36 yards already. First down and a deep drop for Hasselbeck. Going for Juravicius in the end zone. Caught for the touchdown as he out-wrestled Corey Webster for the ball.
he may be one of the best all-around running back in the NFL.
10th false start penalty against the Giants. First and 15. And Manning going for Toomer. And did he stay in? Down? And they're going to rule it that he's out of the end zone. Amani Toomer, and that ball kind of floated, Goose, as well. Toomer made the catch.
The one official saying right now he didn't see.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown.
It is a touchdown. There's 1 foot.
Oh, that's got to be challenged.
And the other foot. Wow. That they will need to tie it up if it's a touchdown.
Reviewing the play, the receiver did have possession of the ball and did drag his second foot. Therefore, the ruling on the field stands. It is a touchdown.
One-on-one to the bottom of the screen with Amani Toomer.
And the pass is caught by Shockey for the 2-point conversion. And the Giants have tied it up 21-21.
Heads is called. It's tails.
37-yard attempt by Josh Brown to win it for the Seahawks. And the kick is good, and the Seahawks have finally won it, withstanding the Giants' late bid, 24-21. Carson Palmer with a very quick move, and he's going on top for Hushmanzada. He's got it for a touchdown. Oh my! Ricardo Coakley on the coverage, and Hushmanzada, who compliments Chad Johnson. They were teammates at Oregon State. Yards away from the century mark. Rare to do against Pittsburgh. Here he goes on the outside at the 10, the 5. He is in the end zone. Another touchdown for Rudy Johnson and the Bengals.
They ran right at the Steeler blitz. Chris Hope comes on the blitz right at the play.
To the Pro Bowl last year. Farnsworth went to the last 4 Pro Bowls. Second down and goal. They go to Bettis again. Bettis gets hit. Still driving. Touchdown! They said it could be a Jerome Bettis kind of day, and it is. His second touchdown here. 5 yards.
We've talked about missed tackles, but these are just broken tackles by Jerome Bettis. Bam! Bam! Well, I tell you, some guys, you get down to the red zone, down by the goal line, and they just have a nose for the end zone, and that's Jerome Bettis. You saw the one earlier in the game.
Celebrating a big basketball win today. 18th All Sports Day today, huh? Big day. There's Barber.
Barber gets away at the 10, at the 5, and driving in for the touchdown. New York Giants. This time, Junior C.A.V. had a hold of him, and all 3 Giant touchdowns today have come off broken tackles. It's not only a career high, it's an NFL high. The highest.
Second and 10. Manning has to scamper away, and under pressure again, throws, and intercepted by the Chargers on the deflection. Quentin Jammers, first of the season, and he falls at the 15-yard line as Manning having to go for the big play, down by a score of 9 points, and that should do it for the unbeaten year and for San Diego to maintain their hopes alive for the playoffs.
Heads is the call. Tails, you've won the toss. You want to kick in that direction? Tampa Bay has won the toss and will.
From the left hash, Bidwell the holder from 41 yards. The kick by Bryant is good with 15 seconds remaining in overtime.
Van Pelt hands it to Bell. Bell's best run of the day. Bell is in for a 3rd touchdown. From 19 yards.
Nick Harris punts it away. Randall L. is deep. He'll take it at the 19. And there's a lane. Randall L. one man to beat. And he beat him. No flags down. 81 yards.
Ronnie, what a terrific job by everybody blocking him up in front of Antoine Randall.
Ward has just gone over the 7,000-yard career receiving mark. Bettis, is he in? Yes! 3 touchdowns on the day for Jerome Bettis. The 3rd time in his career that he's rushed for 3 touchdowns in a single game. When the Pittsburgh Steelers have 11 or more points of a lead. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the win, cement the playoff spot. And Jerome Bettis, 3 touchdowns in his final game, possibly, here at Heinz Field. And that is a final here. The Steelers have wrapped it up. For Ron Pitts, Tim Ryan, Jennifer Hammond, we say so long and a Happy New Year to all of you. Right now, let's go to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Panthers out of timeouts. Hobbling the snap. DeLone into the end zone. And it's caught by Dante Rosario at the back of the end zone. And the Panthers win the game. Stunning. Dante Rosario, the second time here.
Good starting position here for the Jets from the 44. Vernius Coles is not in. Great play action fake. Favre going long for Kotchery. Kotchery hauls it in at the 10, and he is in for the touchdown. What a fake by Favre.
You could tell during the preseason what little Brett Favre played that the New York Jets were a little enamored with the fact if we pass protect, keep an extra guy in.
Here we go, 18 seconds.
Well, they're going to play an umbrella defense, so they're going to try to take away the outside.
Pennington from the pocket. Has time, lobs it to the corner. Revis with the coverage, and Revis pulls it down one-handed, but a flag. But a flag. He was going for Ted Ginn. Will it be offensive?
Pass interference. Offense.
Yeah, it had to be.
Here's the clock. Play results in a touchback. First step.
Darrelle Revis saves it. Saves the day here for the Jets.
The corner saved the day for the New York Jets.
Didn't they? Oh my goodness.
They did. He's in perfect position. And why this couldn't be against the defender, he has got the position. He is playing the football. And Ted Ginn Jr., what it was, did you see him grab? He grabs the left arm. Well, he's trying to pull him down.
A throwdown here. Oh boy. Touchdown. Corey. Receivers to the right. Jackson is the running back. And Rodgers sneaking in for the touchdown. He's got those bodies out of there. Got a Lambeau leap in you, Aaron? Go take it.
When losing the turnover battle. And that one's intercepted. This time it's Nick Collins who's going to take it back to the house. And more salt in the wounds of the Detroit Lions today.
Wow.
A 40-yard interception return for touchdown.
It's amazing how fast things can turn in the NFL.
San Francisco has chosen tails. And it is tails. They want the ball. Yes. All right.
Placed down by Lee. Nedney's kick this time is good.
That's a really, really big win for this 49er team. And Mike Nolan early in the week had said that even though they got beat by Arizona last week in the opener, he felt the team was better than they were last year when they started off 0-2. This gives him some validation about that because they came to a very difficult stadium to play, made a lot of mistakes, and fell behind 14-0, and were able to pull this game out.
Overtime if he scores, San Diego win if he doesn't. Cutler to the end zone. There it is. Overtime. Eddie Royal, the brilliant rookie from Virginia Tech. Oh, look at is Shanahan saying go for two here?
Looks like
they're going to go for the win. Oh, why? Shanahan isn't playing for the tie in overtime at home. 9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100, you play for the overtime at home. This is for the possible victory. The throw is there. The Broncos win. Eddie Royal.
Oh, wait, 24 seconds. Excuse me, 24 to go. We don't have a game clock up here. It's hidden from us. 24 seconds left.
That is absolutely incredible, Dick. In the NFL, I've never seen that. I've seen Tom Osborne trying it in Nebraska. I have never seen a professional coach in this situation opt to try to win the game rather than go for the tie.
Last week, good tough third down receiver. McNabb loading up deep for Deshaun Jackson. He hauled it in. Oh, wow. Did he get over the goal line? Did he get over the goal line? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Whoa. 61 yards. We got to make sure he broke the plane on that, guys. And the Cowboys, I think, might challenge. Oh, it is very close.
That is close.
That's a great dance, but it's also one of the all-time bonehead plays.
Secondly, if you say he didn't, and let's stop and do the news first, to believe that he did not break the plane before getting rid of the ball, and who knows what's going on inside that helmet. Now, what happens to the ball afterwards? Adam Jones is out there. He walks away from the ball. Was it a backward pass and the ball's dead
After
there?
review, the runner lost control of the football prior to going in the end zone. By rule, the ball will belong to Philadelphia on the 1 yard line, first and goal.
An 11-game road losing streak. And now Miami sends Pennington out to the perimeter again, and it's Ronnie Brown. And they continue to gash the Patriots. Ronnie Brown is gone. Touchdown, Dolphins. He has just tied Miami's franchise record for touchdowns in a game as flags come down.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Both are dead ball fouls. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 50, New England. Personal foul, number 34, on the offense, Miami. The penalties will offset. Result of the play, touchdown.
62 yards for Brown. And what a day. It's gotten completely ridiculous.
Lichtensteiger in motion. There is your play action, and there is a touchdown. Nate Jackson. Denver scores first.
Some of the weaknesses within this Denver defense.
3 straight third down completions for first downs for Drew Brees as Reggie Bush with a little hesitation down the sideline and in for the touchdown. Somehow stayed in bounds. He hesitated Troy in the hole and then broke loose. To make it an 8-point game, and he drills it. The Broncos were willing to let Jason Eel.
4 spots.
4 spots, so you just rotate them through.
Yeah, they're all going to play about the same number of plays. This is the 13th play of this drive. First down for the Eagles. McNabb looked end zone, goes underneath instead. Buckholzer at the 10, hit the 5, hurdles, and in for the touchdown.
What a job by Donovan McNabb. He comes off of it, and look what happens. You get rewarded with a touchdown pass to a running back.
Miller lined up, flanking the quarterback to the left. Noel Moore on the right side of Roethlisberger. Will they get to him again? That's a pass. If it's ruled, well, they're still waiting. Is it going to be ruled a pass or a fumble?
After last week, they're going to wait.
Now there's a flag thrown like it's intentional grounding, which would be a safety.
That's what it is, intentional grounding.
The ruling on the field is quarter ball. There was no eligible player in the area, did not get back to the line of scrimmage. The play results in a safety.
There you go.
You know what?
Tomlin's fuming.
Yeah, let's watch this.
And you're right.
He's outside the pocket.
Outside the hash marks.
The ball was deflected. Of course it didn't get past the line of scrimmage.
Patry went in motion. And Bob's pass pass wide open. Touchdown for the rookie tight end, Dustin Keller. Boy, a lot of these have been so easy, Baldy.
He got a little motion, which said they're going to be a man-to-man. That's why he put Jericho Cotchery in motion. Once Brett saw man-to-man, he said, you know what, we've gotten the ball to our receivers. How about to a tight end?
Coming off a game in which he struggled in San Diego, hurt his ankle, and what a response.
Maybe he won't even be out of the playbook.
He's done that before. 54-35, and Washington, close to the goal line, makes it in for the two-point conversion. And the Jets lead 56-35.
Does the captain call the toss? Tails. He call his tails? It is a tail?
You want to receive.
Which way would you like to kick?
You want to receive. One time, says Tomlin. Snap good. Hold good. Kick. Good. Steelers win by that much.
Manning throwing far corner of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Reggie Wayne.
That is unbelievable. What a catch by Reggie Wayne. Did he get both of his feet in? Just a little fade to the outside. Reeves, the defender. It looked like the right knee came down. Does the right knee come down in bounds? Let's see if that right knee touches down in bounds. He's got control of the ball.
30-yard field goal for the lead. Vikings lead by 3.
Is back deep, and the kick is blocked. Flag is down, however, and it's a touchdown. Sean Morey blocked it, and recovering in the end zone for a touchdown, but there was a flag down on the kick.
An ineligible man downfield for the kicking team. Penalties declined. Touchdown.
Well, what a jump they got off the edge, and they just come completely untouched. It's Sean Morey that makes the block. Wow.
And the Cardinals have defeated the Dallas Cowboys early. Forte, touchdown, just walks in easily as they block down well. McKee with a big block, and Forte takes it in, and the Bears widen their lead.
These guys up front are starting to feel the no huddle right now.
Chester Taylor in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Farad throwing, and it is, was he out of bounds? Touchdown! They call touchdown Bernard Berrien. Giants moving the ball. Steelers not here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and goal, and there's Manning with a pass touchdown to Kevin Boss. The Giants finally score in the red zone and take the lead with 3:07 remaining in the 4th. Leading by 6 now, 20-14.
Well, I like the call by Kevin Gilbride. You got 2nd and goal.
So in the red zone again, Breeze. Again steps away, now flings it back to the end zone for the touchdown. That's Henderson. Touchdown, New Orleans. What did Drew Brees say? You never know whose number's going to be called. Back to the #1 offense in the NFL. Going for the long ball, looking for more. Diving catch. What a catch it was. What an adjustment and a touchdown. Unbelievable. Lance Moore, top of your screen. A double move and in the goal. There's a hold by Cromartie and all down to the ground.
Chargers are subbing. Guys are running in and out as the Saints go up the middle with Carney. And waiting for a signal. They've got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, New Orleans. We'll pick up a chunk of it, all of it, none of it. 3rd down, 15. Rivers lofts it, tipped, and intercepted. It's Velma with the interception for the Saints. He went with the jump pass one more time.
It might be Scott Shanley. Does he stay in front? Yes.
It's your choice. Heads. Heads is the call. Heads is the call. It is heads. Tampa has won the toss and wishes to receive.
It's clean. No markers are down. Game over. Tampa Bay fights back and wins here in Kansas City. Right now, we send you to game number 2. The New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
436 yards by Cutler, the second most in the NFL this year. Kurt Warner had 472 against the Jets. Again to the end zone. Touchdown, Brandon Marshall. As you said, Mr. Collinsworth.
Well, there it was. It was a mismatch, and we saw the Cleveland Browns coming with pressure off the left edge. Jay Cutler knew right away at that moment.
I just get up here and spike it real fast.
No, you can't. It's fourth down.
Fourth down and 5. Roethlisberger looked for a minute like, hey, here he goes. Stepping away all kinds of time. Now here's the heave to the end zone. Washington is there, the tip twice, and the Colts come up with it. Melvin Bullock secures it, and the Colts win it.
He answered a lot of questions in January and February last year. And now that pass is taken away by Patterson. The defensive tackle takes it inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Wildcat offense here. Deshaun Jackson's going to take the snap. There he is. He's the wide receiver, second-round draft choice from Cal. And Jackson around the corner will get to about the... No, he'll get in. He'll cross the goal line. The side judge is right there as he gets the pylon off a block by John Rudd. Their first ended in an interception, which the Eagles turned into a touchdown. And Manning guns it to the end zone on 3rd and 9, and it is caught by Burris. Touchdown, Giant.
Vernon Davis and Billy Badgema, the tight ends to the right. Rachel, a tackle eligible on the left. They run. Gore, left side, bounces it, crawls to the end zone. He was knocked down by a defender, so the clock still runs.
This one's going to be very close. They should be able to spike the football.
It's
with
down.
about a second or 2 left.
Hill's got to hurry and spike it, and he does with 2 seconds remaining. Brought Gore down to the ground.
You see Michael Robinson leading up inside. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Here it is right here. It's Okafor.
Yeah, he definitely tags him.
Yeah.
He definitely tags him. The interesting part is Gore is about to gain his balance and keep going.
No, that'll be considered a tackle.
It will be considered, right. I mean, you're watching at home and say, wait a minute, that little push in the back didn't knock him down, but that's considered.
There was contact.
Yeah, contact.
There was contact. Right.
The runner was down by contact at the 2.5-yard line. The clock will be reset to 4 seconds, and it will start on my signal.
Whoa, okay.
And it will be third down. It'll be third down. The Niners know this, so they're going to get ready.
Yeah.
So it's on Corrente's signal. He's telling Sean Hill. So this will be the last play of the game, barring a defensive foul.
Well, he could spike it here, too.
Yep. Could. You're right, he could. And they run it with Robinson, who stopped, and the game ends with San Francisco losing by 5. Clark Hagan's made the tackle, and you want to be a physical football team and run, and they do it twice from the 3 and in, and they go 0 for 2.
Did you call the toss? Call us tails? It is a tail. Which way would you like to kick? Stay where you are. The Jets have won the toss. Elect to receive.
To give the Jets first place in the division. Snap is good, and Feely knocks it through, and the Jets have won it in overtime, 34-31.
Ever in the NFL. And again, his best completion percentage of his career this season. He's got another one. It's Jones. He's looking around, weaving to the end zone for the touchdown, Thomas Jones.
What a play call. What a series of just mixing everything up against this Tennessee Titans defense. When you lose, it makes you go back and start paying attention to the details that you might not look at when you win everything.
Leon Washington near the goal line, and it's a touchdown signal. Jets punch it across. 4-yard touchdown run.
Romo, a little fake with his shoulders, and he's picked
in interceptions in 4 straight games.
He made that look easy, didn't he? But Ryan Clark has been a main contributor for this team this season. He was last year as well until he got hurt.
Terrell Owens has been shut out, barely even in that last huddle. Romo with all day. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and now throws it into the end zone, and there's Owens. First catch, first touchdown of the evening. Of Dan Rooney, who he showed in the owner's box, he said go for 2. Dallas will start at their own 15 after Madison made the tackle, just a 14-yard return. Romo throws high, intercepted. Townsend. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Receivers this side of the field for Buffalo. Lots of Jets down deep.
The Jets rushed one guy. Here come 2 guys late.
Rossman all the way to the end zone. It is intercepted at the goal line. 000 on the clock. Kerry Rhodes with the interception to end it. The Jets win at 31-27. Up next, the Burger King update for all.
3rd and goal from the 4. Roethlisberger, first option, shut down. Looking for a second, a 3rd option, now throws it. Man's there. Is he in the end zone?
We have a touchdown.
It's a touchdown for Pittsburgh. Harbaugh's saying, now wait a minute. You know he's been getting word from upstairs from his assistants that we're going to be okay with this one. We're going to get the call, but they don't. They would, in fact, the Steelers be the #1 seed in the playoffs. They would win the division today. They would lock it up right now if they can keep Baltimore out of the end zone here in the last 19 seconds. Flacco will go for the big ball. Yes, he does. Down the field, and he's intercepted. William Gay has it, and the Steelers are going to lay claim to the AFC North Division title.
Well, that was a good time to take the chance. Joe Flacco did the right thing.
By running the table the next 2 weeks. Baltimore currently holds the 2nd wild card by a tiebreaker over Miami and New England.
Williams celebrating his 27th birthday tonight. Romo, T.O., touchdown.
101 on the outside, T.O. as well as Roy. That's like stealing. Great execution by this Dallas Cowboys offense. Great drive.
70-yard drive, 10th touchdown catch of the year for Terrell Owens. Romo's 25th touchdown pass. Heat in motion. McClain.
Here we go again.
McClain.
Here we go again.
First down.
Here we go again.
Needs a block. And LeRon McClain's going to go in.
I'm sorry, guys.
82 yards.
Marshall.
Unbelievable.
Bob, the last time what did we just say?
Stephen Bisciotti, the owner of the Ravens, with a thumbs up.
You know, we were talking in pregame, before the game, and we were standing up here. And
so from the 31, Chad Pennington sets his line. Great field position to open it up. He fakes to the fullback and gives to Ted Ginn on the reverse. And Ginn, plenty of running room. 10, 5, touchdown. Oh my, 2 plays and a quick Miami announcement here in Kansas City. 23-yard line. Thigpen goes to work. A quick hitter to Charles. And Jamal Charles breaks into the clear at the 50. He has the speed. Can they catch him? 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Oh, he's tripped up at the 2-yard line by Jeremiah Bell. Bell saves the touchdown. Charles.
What's your goal? Yes. He called heads. And Taylor.
Offensive line, you can either have a tight end or a fullback. In the Giants' case, it's fullback.
They'll try to end it with a touchdown. Brandon Jacobs to the end zone and cementing home field for the NFC playoffs.
A new deal would eliminate all that conversation.
Squib kick by Akers. Here is Pac-Man Jones. And Pac-Man loses the football. Has it ripped out and the Eagles take over. And with 5 seconds left, they'll have an opportunity for a field goal by David. Another blitz from the Eagles. And knocked out of the hand by Dawkins. Fumbled by Romo down the field. Clemens, a stiff arm and a touchdown.
Before they're able to put enough points on the board, they need big chunks like they just got.
A blitz. Marion Barber loses the football. Joselio Hansen on the return. Only Romo can get close to him. It's another defensive touchdown. Dawkins stripped another. Eagle fans woke up today and thought, you know what, we've got a shot at this thing. They needed everything to break right. It did. The Bears lost. The Bucs lost. Thanks to the Oakland Raiders. And the Philadelphia Eagles didn't just win. They won. A blowout win at home over Dallas. We'll come back after the break. Enrico.
Second and goal.
This is their jumbo package.
Tomlinson again. And Tomlinson is in for a touchdown. And the Broncos berating the officials. They didn't think he got in. That's career rushing touchdown number 124. Second all-time behind Emmitt Smith for LaDainian Tomlinson.
Good lead. And if you're in one of those playoff games and you lose it, you'll remember it for the rest of your life because there's no game next week.
Meanwhile, here is Hester putting an exclamation point on a Charger win. To beat Denver 52-21. Cutler, when Rivers, well, that's about the extent of that relationship, but that figures to be a pretty good battle through the years.
And
That's why they have Randy Moss on the field right now, and a big reason why he's here. He should help them down here in the red zone.
2nd down and 9. Smith over the middle, wide open. And there is Randy Moss, their newest weapon, and in the red zone, off the sideline, into the end zone. His 14th career touchdown catch against the Green Bay Packers. Smith, pass is caught by Vernon Davis for the touchdown. And a conversion on 3rd and goal by San Francisco. And Davis is rejected by the cross. Maybe he'll play the percentages on Monday night. Here's Cobb from the 25. Gets around Tremaine Brock and has a lane. A flag flies. Andy Lee can't bring him down, but there is a flag back inside the 45, and it looks like this is coming back. With that. And that's where they threw the flag.
There is no foul for a block in the back. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So one official overruled the other, and all of a sudden it's a game again at Lambeau Field. Trying to make this an 8-point game, and they do, as Jordy Nelson is in to make it 23-15. As Alex Smith takes over at the 23. Here's Gore with Miller in front of him. Frank Gore down the sideline, still on his feet, and in for the touchdown. 23 yards from Frank Gore.
McCoy backed up, loses the ball. Browns may have it. And the Browns recover on their 49. It was T.J. Ward, the strong safety, who knocked it away from LaShawn McCoy. 1st and 10 at the 18 here in the 2nd quarter. Vick drills it. Caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Jackson at the back of the end zone. Or is it Jeremy Maclin who makes the catch? Maclin with the touchdown. And the Eagles get the first touchdown of the game. Turned it over a season's high 5 times last year, 4 already. Ball on the 13. Here is Vick inside his 5. Pass down the middle, and it's intercepted by the linebacker, DeQuell Jackson. Jackson inside the 5. Tar. Touchdown Browns. Slot to the left. The 2nd tight end. Here's Vick's pass, and it's caught. Touchdown by Harbor. So Clay Harbor, who was praised by Andy Reid as a guy you can trust and smart in his 3rd year, catches the touchdown pass from 4 yards out to tie the game.
Never huddled in college. He's used to this. This is the offense he's typically used to. High tempo, up tempo, 2-minute drill.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is in there. Brandon Hughes is the nickel back. And Whedon's pass is going to be intercepted by Kurt Coleman. And Coleman goes down. And the Eagles, with the big interception, will take over with 1:05 to go and a 1-point lead. So for Whedon, that's his 4th interception. And today's starting quarterbacks have thrown 8 interceptions, but
Robert Griffin III, 6 for 6 on the Redskins' first possession. He fires downfield. He's now 7 for 7 as Garcon breaks free. Pierre Garcon will not be caught. 88 yards to number 88 for the first touchdown of RG3's NFL career.
Well, it looks like they didn't go with the screen.
We're going to dink and dunk you on the opening drive. The second one, we're coming after you to throw.
Alfred Morris. Morris is in for his second touchdown today.
What a turnaround.
Had the ball almost 5 minutes. 12th play of the drive coming up from the 6. Moreno. No shot Moreno. Touchdown Denver. Bottom of the screen. Bailey playing press coverage on Wallace. Not letting him get the release after Ben looks that way. Comes back to the left and it's intercepted. Picked off and running into the end zone for a touchdown. Tracy Porter.
Where have we seen that before?
Tracy Porter, who locked up the Super Bowl for New Orleans with a pick of Manning, may have locked this one up with a pick of Roethlisberger.
Keeping it. Touchdown. A lot of time left on the clock.
I believe Shiano called timeout so he could get Eric Wright back on the field on a big third down. Manning steps up. He's got Cruz. Hits him in stride. Victor Cruz. Time to dance. Manning is 3 yards behind him in that LC. Handoff as they spread him out, and now it's Andre Brown going in for the touchdown. First in his career, and he showed something here today. Andre Brown stepping in for the injured Ahmad Bradshaw.
You know, as you said, Joe, the limited practice time, that'll probably carry.
Freeman over the middle, intercepted. And the Giants have their first win of the year. Michael Boley comes away with a pick.
Not playing their best football and going up against a team that was pretty motivated here this afternoon.
Giants didn't like that hit that was aggressive and put Eli Manning on his backside. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap up an eventful day. Scoring left and right. What a game. Giants win.
Boy, he found the needle and threaded it to the tight end, the rookie Dwayne Allen. His first NFL catch is a touchdown.
Watch where he throws this ball to the tight end. It's good and low. He has to basically take it at chest level or below.
Good snap. Good hold. Does he have enough? Yes! Adam Vinatieri, 53 yards away to give Indianapolis a 3-point lead. 8 seconds remain.
First-round draft choice Andrew Luck. Take it down the length of the field with some big-time throws.
They bring, as you can see, Dalton here to the bottom of your screen. And a wildcat look. And back there is Mohamed Sanu, who will go deep, and he's got Green, and that's going to be all the way. What a way to start things here. They beat D'Angelo Hall. A 73-yard touchdown pass by Mohamed Sanu, a rookie out of Rutgers, who is a wildcat quarterback at time for Rutgers while in college.
Well, take a look at it. This is easy. I mean, you might as well have anyone throw it
but at any point you have to pay attention to A.J. Green. He runs by the safety, runs by the corner. It's just too easy. Something tells me we're going to see a lot of big plays in this ball game today, Kevin.
K4, ready. You ready? Play shot.
To Jed Collins for the touchdown.
Wade Phillips had that defense playing great football, and they continue to play it all season.
This is Charles, left side, running room, on his way, up the sideline. Can he outrun the defense? He is on his way and gone. No flags on the field.
Well, I mentioned how about Kansas City's got to do something, especially throwing the football. And what do? They hand the ball off on a simple little sweep to the left side. And the New Orleans defense just went to sleep. And in a foot race, Jamal Charles is going to win.
91 yards for Jamal Charles.
Okay, we're going to overtime. We'll have one period of 15 minutes. We'll be playing fourth quarter timing rules. Each team will get 2 timeouts. All replays will be initiated in the booth. Both teams will be given an opportunity to possess the ball unless there's a touchdown or a safety scored on the first possession. We can end in a tie. It's your call. Hedgie called. And it is a hedge, it's your option. You want the ball? Which way will you kick?
Kick this way.
Kick this direction. Kansas City will receive at this end to start overtime.
Ryan Succop, 5 out of 5 in field goals today. This would not only win the game, it would be a new franchise record for field goals in a game.
We'll see if Aaron Kromer, the interim head coach of the Saints, is in a mood to ice him by calling a timeout right before they're ready to snap the ball.
No timeout. The snap. And it's over. The Kansas City Chiefs were down 24-6 at one point in this game. They come roaring back and win it in overtime.
And they do it by posting 510 yards.
No timeout lost on the other side by Tennessee because they were right on the challenge. Look at this, a little throwback action. We've seen that before. That's Tommy Campbell. Tommy Campbell will score. Remember the Music City Miracle? 62 yards.
Detroit has closed that defense with a free safety, and they've got them all up now. Receivers are one-on-one.
One-on-one. What a catch, and he's going to go. Nate Washington over the back and scores over Jacob Lacey.
Here you see they're locked up. He's man-to-man coverage. His safety moves, focuses on the ball. Safety just misses. Safety is very close to getting that. Just undershot that, but what a terrific effort of going back up over and making that catch. And make a move common to football. You'd like to see him get into that second step, and that didn't happen. That was a good call.
McCourty with the hit.
They had 18 seconds to get that onside kick and get the ball into the end zone, and they did it.
Did you think about Doug Flutie when he threw it?
Unbelievable.
Foul on an interception in the end zone that could have ended the game. Akeem Ayers tips it. And Titus Young,
4th and inches.
Quarterback does it. I don't know if he got it. He fumbled the ball.
It looked like he fumbled the snap, yes.
Lost the helmet. That's Titans ball.
It's Titan ball. Titans win. Holy buckets. How you starting that one, Ron?
A crazy game. Had to end crazy. 4th and inches and the fumbled snap does it in. The Titans get their first win of the season.
Takes the lone receiver to the left. The Packers playing at the goal line. As Wilson scrambles to keep it alive. The game's final play is a Wilson lob to the end zone, which is fought for by Tate with Jennings simultaneous. Who has it? Who they give it to? Touchdown! One guy goes up, touchdown. The other said no time. Has to be looked at because it's a score. Still have an official down there in the pile looking. There's Russell Wilson. They're fighting down at the bottom of the pile with Jennings still down there. Tate off the pile with the ball. We must have a definitive call. There was one touchdown. Seahawks have won.
Previous play is under review.
You can't go to replay to determine who caught the ball. So that call has to be made on the field. Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further review. The call on the field stands. Touchdown. Game is over.
Seahawks win in the most bizarre finish you'll ever see.
And the celebration is on in Indianapolis. Three seconds remain, but now victory formation.
I don't know how you defend against either of them.
8 in the box here, at least for the moment, for the Chargers, and then they back off. Zone blitz. Breeze steps up, buys time, wide open, and there it is. Drew Brees to Devery Henderson. Drew Brees setting one of those records for the ages. Brittany Brees is there. You saw Peyton on a 3rd and 6.
Down pass. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Brees has just set a new NFL record by throwing a touchdown pass in 48 consecutive games. He passes the great Johnny Unitas, who set the previous mark 52 years ago.
We got one-on-one matchups across the board with everybody else piled inside.
Bryant. And it is a touchdown. All right now, Brian, everything you've seen. They've run the ball extraordinarily well. They have to go for the 2-point conversion to try and tie this thing. All the way. And dropped by Bryant, who was looking for a flag. It looked like it hit him right in the shoulder pad.
We saw the earlier touchdown to Dez Bryant with the same type of throw, back shoulder to the outside. Tony Romo, and that's as well as you can throw it. That's got to be caught. He can look for all the flags in the world he wants. That's two guys bumping on one another. That has got to be caught.
A chance to win it by Dan Bailey. No good. So the Ravens The difference between 3-2 and 2-3 in terms of making the playoffs, 51% compared to 21%.
Seattle down by 6.
315! 315!
Again, a bootleg. Step and fire. Wilson, separation, touchdown, Rice. Seattle an extra point away from taking the lead. A bomb from Wilson to Rice.
Vikings led 9-0. Washington scored 24 unanswered points. Tough game here, and here is RG3. He's going to run for the first down, and still on his feet. RG3 is going to outrace everybody.
What a call, first of all, by Kyle Shanahan. That's a designed run. That's a designed quarterback draw. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's world-class speed by Robert Griffin III.
2nd and 6. Rivers going left, and it's intercepted by Chris Harris, who's all the way home. What a comeback by the Broncos.
It's Eddie Royal again. These are very difficult option routes to anticipate when you're throwing it to a target that you haven't had a lot of history with.
But then after the Giants could not keep their last possession, keep the drive alive on a 3rd down and 2. As Manning looks to cruise, and he will race to the end zone. Throw it to the end zone. And it is a miracle touchdown for Bryant. As he's coming down, looks like it lands on the line. It looked like it was going to be close the entire way as to whether or not he was in bounds. The hand hits on the back line before any other part of his body touches down.
As you zoom in and take a look, you can actually see hand touching there, fingers touching the
receiver's hand touched out of bounds prior to him gaining possession of the ball. The pass is incomplete. It is 3rd down and 5.
3-man rush. Romo throws, and that's going to do it. The New York Giants go to 4-0 here at Cowboys Stadium, and they are 6-2 in command of the NFC East. A spectacular game for Whitten. But Tom Coughlin's Giants win it 29-20.
Set! 280!
Stafford, quick throw. End zone. Yes! Titus Young with a Lions touchdown. Watch the ball location. Down and low to where only Titus Young can get it. You got the huge Brandon Browner over the top, and Matthew Stafford put it right where he needed to put it for the touchdown. Especially Percy Harvin with the shallow crossing route. Peterson. First down. Peterson. There goes Adrian Peterson.
all the way down around the 1-yard line. Brandon Browner.
After contact for Adrian Peterson. Alan Branch has got him in the backfield. Boom, shakes that one off. Gets a good block from Brandon Fusco, his right guard. Look at that wicked cut.
Martin back in as Ware goes out. Here's Martin. Straight ahead. Doug Martin. And Doug Martin is going to score in his hometown. Here's a little breakdancing there. 45-yard run by Doug Martin. Coming back home. Second down and 9 from the 33. They go to Martin. Martin off the left side, breaks a tackle, and here's Martin again. Inside the 20. And Martin will get in for the touchdown. The first one was 45 yards. This one's 67 for Doug Martin. And Giordano is hurt and on the field, injured for the Raiders. First down at the 30. Martin, by the way, gained 143 yards on 9 carries in the third quarter. Picks up where he left off. Breaks a tackle. Trying to outrace the defender. And he will. '70 yards this time. A rushing performance for the ages for the rookie Doug Martin.
And where does it go? Where does it start? Right up the middle once again. Carl Nix is gone. No problem, Doug Martin says, because I got you.
Here's Martin, who's itching to get back in there, needing 52 yards to break Adrian Peterson's all-time second down and goal from the 1. And here is Martin. Touchdown. Doug Martin. Coming back to his hometown of Oakland, scoring 4 touchdowns for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who now lead it 41-32, and that is a team record. 4 touchdowns rushing.
You see these guys, they go in the shotgun because they know what they do to people when they go in the victory formation.
And that'll do it. And the game is over, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have their first win ever here in Oakland.
On the year. 36 in his career. Tiptoeing out of traffic is Cutler, and a touchdown pass once more to Marshall. So another turnover leading to another touchdown. Yes, indeed. A salute to you, Charles Tillman.
On first and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Turner. Huddle from the 21. 4-man rush. Tony directing traffic to the end zone. He goes, and it's a touchdown for Ogletree. Kevin Ogletree, who had a 65-yard catch earlier. So, barring a defensive penalty, this is it. Rushing 3. Romo stepping away. Buying time. Under pressure. Now throws. It's going to be caught at the 45 by Felix Jones. Jones inside the 30. Will he start to look behind him? He should have. And down he goes at the 21-yard line. Tackled by Robinson. And that will do it. And the Atlanta Falcons reach the halfway mark of the season at 8-0. And the Dallas Cowboys, with the Giants losing today and a golden chance to pick up ground, go to 3-5.
Perhaps the toughest division in football the rest of the way. First down and 15. Here is Peterson with a burst. Peterson, first down. Peterson! He's going to go all the way. Touchdown with the high step. Calvin Johnson, who has 11 catches, tying his career high, looking to break it. And here's the pass, and he does break it to the 5, and Calvin Johnson goes over for the touchdown. Gets the ball over the plane, and the Lions. And you know, John, that's his first touchdown catch.
That's the blocker, number 79, Mike Johnson. On second and goal off the fake. Ryan to the who is in as the extra blocker. And the Falcons, for the 5th time this season, have scored a touchdown on their first possession. Early lead on the Giants. On 2nd and 10, it's Chris Ivory cutting to the outside. He turns the corner, picks up the Saints first down and more. Ivory still going. One man to beat. Fakes off Dante Robinson, and he is in for a 56-yard touchdown run. Yard attempt from the left hash.
Ball's gone.
Harvey's kick is straight through.
Call. It is tails. Houston wins. You want the ball. Which way you want to kick?
Texans, a field goal or a score of any kind wins it.
Bubble screen to Johnson. Andre Johnson. Here he goes. Touchdown to cap a brilliant day.
Waxahachie, Texas. Runs a 4.42 40. Where's number 11? Griffin keeps it. He's got him downfield. Robinson for the touchdown. No flags. And back in the Dallas area after starting for SMU. Aikman called it. RG3 threw it.
He called tails. There's a heads. Detroit won the toss and will.
Graham. This time, look out. It is good and just barely, but it's a winner for Houston. The Houston Texans with another fourth quarter comeback and over.
2nd down and 10. Wallace. He'll start lateraling and throwing. And that is caught on the play by Sanders. He'll zigzag. He's hit by Ward. There's a fumble. It's recovered by Cleveland, and that's it. The Browns have beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers. How appropriate. Turn the ball over on the last play.
Dwayne Allen down the middle, maybe. He's a primary.
Here we go. Final seconds. Luck steps. Luck, a little flip. Donnie Avery. He's in. Touchdown. Indianapolis has done it. And Drew Luck has shocked the Lions.
Tails he calls. I'll let it hit the ground. Tails it is.
Oh, that's huge.
Russell Wilson throws. Sidney Rice. Game over. Russell Wilson to Sidney Rice. And Mike Carey saying we ruled it a touchdown on the field.
Well, Sidney Rice just got absolutely blasted. I hope he's all right. If he had that ball in his hand and he crossed the goal line, this game is over.
And you can see the official. It's a tough call, but he steps in and has his arms up for touchdown.
Yeah, that ball's over the plane. Touchdown. This game's over.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The score, the game is over.
Touchdown, Russell Wilson to Sidney Rice. The Seahawks win on the road here in Chicago.
Tails. And it is tails.
Redskins looking to come from behind against the Ravens. This for the win. The Redskins, in overtime, have defeated the Ravens.
For Slam Newton in the national championship game. tight end again, Dante Scarnecchia, Tom Brady have taken the game right to the Houston Texans.
Your choice. Tails is the call. It is tails. You want the ball, okay?
Now it's a young man named Dan Bailey out of Oklahoma State with a chance at victory. And the kick is good.
Making his fifth start, took over for Alex Smith before the Monday Nighter against Chicago. And the pass to the end zone is caught by Randy Moss for a touchdown. So a perfect beginning as the 49ers come in. The defense creates a 3-and-out, and the offense marches down the field in 2:40.
In a bad situation right there with only 9. First and goal from the 3 to the end zone. David Thomas with a Saints touchdown. Remaining here at Arlington. Everybody out. Romo on 4th down to the end zone. Touchdown! Miles Austin!
There's a hedge down.
Chase Daniel will place it down. Hartley for the win. His kick is good. So the New Orleans Saints come away with the victory in overtime despite the Cowboys coming back from 14 points down to the final 4 minutes. Dallas very much stays alive. There will be scoreboard watching with the Giants and Ravens underway. And then the Cowboys and the Redskins next Sunday. But the Saints win this one 34-31. America's game.
Dallas and New Orleans tied at 17 midway through the third. Redskins lead here 20-13. A 3rd down and 10. Look into the end zone. And spectacular. It is a touchdown into the corner to Santana Moss. Spectacular throw. And now 1st down at the 17, and they hand it off to Dion Lewis. Cuts it back to the end zone. Lewis's first touchdown of the season on his first carry of the afternoon. 8 seconds left. Foles looking. This will be the final play. And he cannot get it away. And there is 1 second left on the clock.
On the right side in the back of the end zone, nothing there. Nice job. We got a penalty.
Although the
It's a
quarterback was
penalty.
out of the pocket, he did not get the ball back to the line of
Did not get the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
10-second runoff.
Yep. And the Washington Redskins.
Illegal forward pass by the offense. That brings with it a 10-second runoff. The game is over.
The Washington Redskins will play for a divisional championship.
So, Chad Henne throws the pick, and on the run is the linebacker.
There's that speed.
Zach Brown, you talked about him, draft choice from North Carolina, takes it the distance, and the Titans are an extra point away from tying the game.
Take control of the ball and score eventually.
Virtually a whole half of football still to be played, so they got time to stay with their game plan. Here's an interception. This could go in. Picked off. Another defensive touchdown by Zach Brown. And a bad situation for the Jaguars becomes horrendous.
A lot of spread look, all shotgun.
Came in very young though. Here's a block by the Jaguars. And will they get a special teams touchdown? They're going to. Mike Harris, a rookie defensive back from Florida State, a 6th-round pick, has a big moment.
There will be a whole lot of introspective looks and evaluation. Going for 2.
Rolling out. Chad Henne. Incomplete. Final score, the Tennessee Titans rallying back from that blowout loss at Green Bay 55-7 to win today.
Offensively. And he gets it again. You just can't bring him down. Inside the 15, a big run by Adrian Peterson. Jennings on the stop, a carry of 22. 2nd and 5. Delayed handoff. Peterson. He makes it look easy. Touchdown. Flips it. He's got it through the air. Touchdown, Adrian Peterson. Here's Peterson. Adrian Peterson. Inside the 15-yard line. And now it's going to be up to Blair Walsh. So they may get one of their 2 wishes today. If Walsh puts this through the uprights, they'll get the playoff spot. And Adrian Peterson will finish 9 yards shy of the all-time record. He just ran out of time, Joe. He and Walsh have put the Vikings into the playoffs. Audience.
That play you just saw is the hardest thing that they do in this offense to stop.
In field goal range at the 33. Morris exploits a hole. There he goes. Morris to the end zone. Touchdown. And opt to kick the field goal. Morris, can he get in? And he does. Touchdown. So Morris cements it. The Redskins will go to the playoffs.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Did
the ball come out?
It did, and they're pointing towards the Dallas Cowboys here.
That was the indication. There was a touchdown. There's the touchdown signal coming in from the line judge. He signaled touchdown. Of course, whether it's a turnover or a scoring play.
Playing of the goal prior to the ball being loose. It's a touchdown.
It's within 2 minutes. Of course, all scoring plays are going to get reviewed. No challenges or anything. This is going to be reviewed anyway. So does he get in with possession?
Yes.
He's there.
Yep. To have any shot, even a field goal, and that just doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Definitely. And a Hail Mary to the sidelines, too, to stop the clock. Instead, they go over the middle, and they give it to Hannah, and he gets the full takedown there by Riley, and that's going to take us to the finish line and take the Washington Redskins into the playoffs, riding a 7-game winning streak. RG3. Maybe he can solve the fiscal cliff. He's done everything else.
Send him in there.